Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It is your guy, Boulanger, and up next, we're going to be jumping back into our conversation about the beast of the AFC North, part of the 32 for 32 series. Do me a quick favor, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can get updates when you see that we've posted new content. Let's go. So you guys know that in our last video, we rated the quarterbacks, Joe Burrow at a 4, Lamar Jackson comes in at 3, and then Deshaun Watson and Kenny Pickett come in 2.5. And again, that's no indication that any guy is, massively better than anybody else. It's just the evaluation based on recent performance. I didn't rate those quarterbacks on potential. In fact, I just rated them on recent performance. And so I gave Lamar Jackson a 3, deducting him 2.5 points simply because he has had 2 incomplete seasons. Again, what we try to do here at the GM is give authentic assessments, not biased assessments. And so that's kind of where it is. So right now, the Cincinnati Bengals is leading in the beast of the AFC comparison simply because Joe Burrow rates out in that first category at a 4. All right. So let's get into running backs, okay, or running back rooms. And so what we're going to do with this one is this will be kind of a short video because we're not going to do the entire room, okay? Because I think that as we've seen that there is going to be a main guy shakeout for every single team. So when we start with running backs, let's start in Cleveland with Nick Chubb, who I'm going to rate out as a 4. Nick Chubb has been a solid and consistent NFL performer. He's always been over 1,000 yards in every season, from what I can remember. He's powerful. He's got some great speed for his build, and he's super productive. And so last year he finished with over 1,500 yards. And again, we're not projecting. This is just recent performance. He is a Pro Bowler, and right now he is the best in the AFC North. All right, so I'll rate him out as a 4. I'm gonna go Najee Harris at the number 2. And this is in line with what they did last year. He had over 1,000 yards rushing. He is the main guy in Pittsburgh. Uh, he has some good vision, some great balance, um, and he's able to get downhill and finish plays. And so I think Najee Harris is the second best running back in this division. And so I'm gonna rate him out. He's not a Pro Bowler, but I'm gonna rate him out at a 3, simply because his his performances are consistent. I'm gonna go J.K. Dobbins in the number 3 position. I think that I think he's a little better than Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon has just been doing it longer, and J.K. Dobbins has had 2 consecutive injury-plagued seasons. But what we do understand about J.K. Dobbins, and this is the reason why I put him in at number 3 with a 2.5 as of right now. He's not a Pro Bowler, but what we've seen, I'm talking about performance, what we've seen from J.K. Dobbins last year, basically playing on one leg, is that he's a better running back, in my estimation, than Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon can do it all. He can run it and catch it, but J.K. Dobbins can as well. And I think if we see J.K. Come into the season healthy, I think we will see J.K. Dobbins get back to form. He has great balance, good vision, good speed, and he can also catch it. And so I think J.K. Coming in with over 500 yards, playing on one leg, is really exemplary of what he can do on the field. So I'm gonna bring him in at a 2.5, and then I'm gonna have Joe Mixon coming in at also a 2.5. He's just a consistent running back. Um, he has all the qualities you want in a running back. He has size, he has some speed for sure. He has balance, he has good vision, and he's a good blocker. And so I'm gonna bring him at 2.5, not diminishing who he is or what he does, but I'm not gonna put him above JK because I think their performances last year are pretty I guess you could say comparable. You know, J.K. Dobbins did not play a whole season, but ran for over 500 yards. Joe Mixon played most of the season and ran for over 800. But we could surely assume this is going backwards, not forward. But we can surely assume that J.K. Dobbins would have certainly surpassed 800 yards if he had been running on two healthy legs last year. And so I'm gonna bring them in at equal at both 2.5. So that's my running back rating. Nick Chubb with a 4, top of the list. Najee Harris over 1,000 yards last year. Solid performer. And then JK and Joe Mixon, I'm making comparable. Now, some of you may have a problem with me putting JK tied with Joe Mixon. But like I said, this is an unbiased assessment. I base what I think on what the numbers say and what we've seen actually happen on the field. And I think J.K. Dobbins is an adequate performer, very, very comparable to Joe Mixon. And you will see what I say bear itself out in the 2023 season if J.K. is healthy. Again, not basing this thing on projection, but what's already happened. So listen, that's my thoughts. Tell me how you guys would rate it out as it pertains to AFC North running backs. I'm your guy, Boulanger. This is the GM, and I'm out.